Howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Black Ribbon Warrior, and I'm your host, Lee. Stage 4 metastatic melanoma cancer survivor warrior. I had my melanoma went from an undisclosed location. We don't know where it's at. Traveled to my lymph node here and up to the brain, between the brain and the skull. And currently we're just about it's about 22 days shy of, when I'm recording this, of 2 years in surveillance mode. Excited, nervous, and we've stretched my scans out 4 months now, so that's great, but it's also nerve-wracking. So I cobbled together a few things that I thought would be a great holiday gift idea, or anytime gift idea, for somebody who is in my situation, who is a survivor, who is a warrior, and the person, if a family member doesn't know what to get them. I've got some ideas, some things that I really appreciated and am still very grateful to receive when that time comes. So we'll start off with number one. Sun shirts. This just happens to be a Columbia. They're long sleeve. They're SPF like 50, I think. But I like the ones with the hood. That's me. I like to be able to pull the hood up if I need to. These are fantastic gift ideas. You can get them at Sam's Club. I believe Walmart has them. Columbia. Great idea. Fantastic idea. They have all kinds of colors and whatnot. The next, number two, going off that, is knit gloves and a neck gaiter. This goes, for anybody who doesn't know, this goes over your head, around your neck, and you can pull it up over your head if you need to. I fold it up, keep my ears covered at all times. I wear them a lot, and I get black because our ribbon is black. Harbor Freight for both of these. Fairly inexpensive, fantastic stocking stuffers. I enjoy them, and I wear them a lot. When I go out walking and the temperature's below like 60, I wear these because my one hand gets really cold. I don't know why, part of treatments, I don't know. Number three, kind of one of those that you wouldn't think of, but it helped me out a lot. Fidget spinners, little fidgety gadgets, because you don't know how nervous you get and how calming this simple act can be. Fantastic stocking stuffer. I carried one of these around for the first year and a half. I'd sit there and toss this around in my fingers, and I was a zombie because I had the tumor on my brain, and it would just give me something to do and focus on while I was trying to remember what I was trying to do. Going to the doctor's offices, you just sit there and spin this kind of down off to the side, when you get nervous. For me, riding in a car, being the passenger, my anxiety goes through the roof. So something like this helps. Okay. Let's go on to number 4. We're moving right along. Number 4 was, for me, was one of those things that it was like not a big deal, but a huge deal. Bucket hat. This actually is the one that my wife bought after I had brain surgery. And I wear it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I wear it a lot. You can get all kinds of sizes. Here's one that it's like a felt, so it's for winter time. So you could wear it for winter time. I have a couple others that I wear. Pretty much, I keep one in the car, in the back of the car. So in case I'm out somewhere and we're going to be outside longer than what we thought, I have one as backup. I keep them around all the time. I wear them when I'm outside, whether I'm fishing, walking, or just chilling outside. All right. Number 5. This is, it kind of goes off this. So the first time that I went outside and went in after surgery and everything, and was getting treatments, and we went to a buddy's house it was about this time of year, and they were going through their Christmas decorations, and they were redoing the floor in their shed, and we were out there for like, I don't know, we only went over just for about half hour is what we thought. Ended up being about 4.5 hours outside, just chit-chatting, enjoying the weather. It was great, but I came back a little sunburned. My wife freaked out, called the oncologist team. They recommended Blue Lizard. So this is a spray, this is a roll-on for under your eyes, and this was also recommended. It's another small SPF face sunscreen. So we keep these around. This is our travel ones. We keep these around. You know, the Blue Lizard's not cheap, but it's very effective and works very well. Any kind of SPF 50 would be recommended, and it's fantastic. Great stocking stuffers when you get the good quality stuff, or even just copper tone, whatever. Number 6. So number 6 is one that could mean a lot, especially if your survivor was in my situation where I didn't know if I was going to make it, right? And this one holds a lot of meaning for 2 reasons. A coffee mug. Now, Oak Island happened to be a place where we went for Christmas last year. We spent the week down in Oak Island, and that's always a memory. And for us, Christmas had changed a lot. The holidays change after cancer. Is bad as what mine was. So, coffee mug from a vacation spot, a memory that you want to have. The second part of it, part B, is somebody comes over just for a cup of coffee. That means way more than buying an expensive gift. That time you have with somebody over a cup of coffee, it may seem minuscule and whatever at the time, but trust me, that means a lot to the person. You know, it meant a lot to me to have somebody over for a cup of coffee and just chat and be normal for a minute. So, coffee mug, I know it's not, kind of like, oh, the big gift. But when it's from a place that you have great memories with, before or even after your diagnosis or treatments, and just that time over a cup of coffee will mean a lot. So, fantastic little gift. I know my kids had sent pictures in at one time and had a cup made. You can go to, there's a ceramic shop here in town that does coffee mugs, and you can paint the coffee mug any way you want. But anyway, coffee mug. Number 7. All right, so 7. Again, kind of a one you're like, I don't know. But for me, it's a big deal. And at the time, I didn't know how big a deal it was. The day I finished treatment, you get to ring that bell. That was a pivotal moment for me. We were still in COVID protocol, so my wife wasn't, she was in the waiting room when I rang the bell. It was me and a nurse, and you know, the room was still about 3/4 to almost all the way full of other people getting treatments. So you hear the cheers from all around. Probably the greatest accomplishment that I've done in my life. Sounds crazy, I know, but you know, yeah, you went through treatments and the drugs did all the work, but something that I was a part of that I'll never forget. And number 7 is a picture frame. I would have a picture in here of me ringing the bell, but I have them already in frames and hanging up downstairs. So, but a picture frame, you can go to the dollar store. This one here was $1, and it's got, you paint it any way you want, give it to somebody, give it to your warrior with a picture of their accomplishment. Because, you know, I thought the birth of my kids and hearing bacon sizzle on a 125-year-old skillet were the greatest things that I'd ever done or heard until I rang that bell. So, number 7, picture frame. All right, number 8. Number 8 is, you wouldn't think of it. You wouldn't think of it. But it was nice gestures that came to me. Books. Cancer books. This one here just happens to be When God Met Cancer. And this is Cancer and Bigfoot, My Story. Interesting, different spectrums. This is talking about stories of people who, through faith, were able to beat cancer. There were stories of those who were non-believers. Treatments weren't working. They started believing and treatments worked. So, you know, this one here was a fun one because this guy's telling his story of how Bigfooting, going out in the woods and hanging out with people, his friends, sharing a cup of coffee, helped him beat cancer. So there's all kinds of books, but those were 2 I had right up here that were good, that were really good as far as helping get your mind off of it, helping keep a positive outlook. And you know, the Bigfoot one, actually, you know, you could put yourself in those situations and you remember the good times you had hanging out with your buddies growing up and out in the woods and stuff. So, all right, number 9. Number 9 is another one of those that you don't realize how much you appreciate it until you have it. And because mine was in the brain, right? So mine, I have a tendency of forgetting things unless I write it down. And I have become very kind of dependent on lists for the day. And what I recommended was a fancy ink pen. This is a wooden one. I've had this one for a long time, but this is one of those that it's a wooden ink pen, and you can take it apart and change the ink in it. So it actually comes with, this one actually came with some extra pens. So a good ink pen for your notes. And then small little notebook, you know, one of these little spiral ones, just keep in your pocket for your lists and whatnot. And a journal. I keep a couple of these, and for different things. But the good thing about the journal in the ink pen, and if you throw in a little note that says, tell me your story. Let them write down their story the way they remember it. Maybe they'll talk to the spouse, and like me, I had to talk to my spouse and say, hey, honey, what happened? And she has a way better memory than me, so we could write it down. But you write down your story, because somebody will find a little nugget in there of who you were and strength. They'll find strength in your story. So number 9. And the little notebooks, those are nice. I have 3 or 4 of them laying around that I just jot stuff down, and that way I might not forget it. Okay, so number 10. This one's really kind of good because I use this a lot more than what I thought I ever would, and I carry it with me just about every time I leave the house. Headphones, earbuds. My wife just got me these earlier, like over the weekend, Black Friday, and I haven't even used them yet, but this set I've had for quite a while. I've actually busted one of them, and that's why she got me new ones. But I carry these with me all the time, and it's nice because if I have something I want to remember, I can throw them in and do a voice message. I can always pop them in when I'm driving, and on long trips I have to lay in the back seat and pull the hat down over my eyes and try to relax, because my anxiety goes wild on long road trips. And by long, I mean like 3-4 hours or higher. I can't watch YouTube or play on my phone like games or anything like that while we drive, because I get motion sickness, which I never had before. So these, I can pop them in and I can listen to a podcast or just music to help calm me down. I take them when I go walking. Take the dog for a walk, pop the earbuds in. I walk with a group in the mornings, pop these in, and if I'm walking by myself, pop these in. I can listen to whatever I want, whether it's a good sermon, a podcast, or music. So number 10 was a good one. So that's my top 10 giving ideas. So hopefully y'all find a little something in there and, show a little bit of love and help take some of that nervousness out of, what do I get this person? Because they're not who they were. So, all right, y'all. Have a great week. Rock on.